Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino ranks every waifu in the first Danganronpa game from worst to best. A variety of factors will go towards the decision-making process here, all of which are inescapably designed to offend somebody or another, but if I rank your personal favorite waifu as too low on this list, don't worry, cause I don't care. Let's start it from 9 and work our way to 1, also major spoilers about the whole game. Number 9, Sakura. Sakura is a great person, a fierce fighter with immeasurable discipline and poise, the wherewithal to see the big picture, not to mention a filthy traitor, but also capable of redemption and more than meets the eye in plenty of ways. Which is saying something given just how much meets your eye. My retinas are exhausted from all the meetings. Sakura is a hulking beast of a woman, and her physique is imposing and intimidating, and I bet some of you sick, kinky weirdos out there are so into that. She's built like a muscular sack of biscuits, and make no mistake, she would destroy you. Sakura would go Kaioken times 10 on your dick until there was nothing left, and you're not a Saiyan, so you ain't coming back stronger. This is why, despite her depth of character and admirable disposition, she has to be the worst waifu, because I feel like she probably did so many squats she just doesn't even have a vagina anymore, like it just closed up because it filled with too much muscle, so that's neat. Number 8, Toko. A super shy and reserved girl in the beginning, Toko's sexuality is disgustingly brought to the surface by Byakuya, who, no matter what he says, you know he's hitting that on the sly. He's ashamed of it, and he'd never admit it, but you know every night he goes to Toko's room and they both take each other's glasses off and start reciting steamy novella dialogue to each other. Toko is very self-conscious about being ugly, because she's ugly, and will accuse everyone of thinking she's ugly at random times, because it's true, we all think that. She also smells terrible, due to never showering. So basically Toko's the whole package, if the package contains clingy farm animals. Toko does have one redeeming quality, however, and that's the fact that she can turn into a serial killer named Genocide Jill and put you out of your misery. If I had to pick between being snipped up like a craft project and having Toko as my waifu, I'll take option 1 10 out of 10 times. Number 7, Sayaka. I know we're at third worst at this point, but from here on out, every girl here would make an at least halfway decent waifu, so I'm excited to fantasize. You ever notice that every girl in this game betrays us at some point? Mukuro got it rough. Sayaka has a sore spot in my heart for being the first to do it, especially after I was very effectively sucked into her web, having never played or really even heard of a Danganronpa game before and not knowing what to expect. The game sets you up to love her, and I fell right into the trap. Then she goes and dies, and it's heart-wrenching, but then it becomes even wrenchier when you learn she betrayed you and set you up to take the fall for a murder she tried to commit. I still think of that and wince a little on the inside. It's literally like she's my ex-girlfriend. But it's true that she didn't always plan it that way. You know, we had a real connection at the start, it just got warped by the circumstances and that gosh darn Monokuma. Her pop group was her family, and she loved them to death, which is ironic because they did. And you can harp on Sayaka for being kind of a basic bitch, but I don't necessarily see it that way. Not everyone's going to take the notion that their family might be gone girl like a champion. Like if I was thrust into a killing game and shown a video of my cat, I might have to commit a small genocide to make sure he's alright. Cloudy, I'll save you. Number 6, Celeste. Celeste is a gothic Lolita, which is something I know nothing about. Her dream is to live in a huge European castle with thralls as her manservants. A highly attainable goal. People should always pursue their dreams. As one of the more interesting characters in the game, despite being what the kids these days call fake AF, Celeste can't even put one over on Makoto at the start of the game. She's like, "My name is Celestia von der Ludenberg," and Makoto's like, can you tell me your real name, bitch? It's easy to forget that anime characters are Japanese because they don't look it, but imagine some Asian girl at your school being like, "Yeah, my name is Duchess Alexandria Townshend IV, and that's the truth." Nobody should have bought that. Celeste has a depth of character I find to be intriguing as well, because despite outwardly looking as if she almost enjoyed being trapped in the academy, on the inside nobody hated it more, and when she's found out as the orchestrator and killer of Hifumi and Taka, which was unfortunately one of the more obvious trials in my opinion, she drops the accent and cuts the bullshit, giving you an honest glimpse into her character, and that's the girl I'd have as my waifu. Number 5, Mukuro. I've only read the first couple chapters of Danganronpa If, and I'm not really counting that towards towards this decision since this is specifically a trigger-happy Havoc ranking, but the reason I'm putting Mukuro ahead of some other people is because even with as little information and background as the game gives you on her, I wanted to know more. Before I knew Danganronpa If was a thing, the What If novel where Mukuro survives the Gungnir spears and is revealed to everyone to be who she is, I knew I wanted that story to exist. I wanted to know more. Mukuro is the ultimate soldier, an incredible unstoppable force on the battlefield belonging to a secret mercenary group called Fenrir. She even has some reserved kind of visual charm as well as being inarguably badass. She's the quiet kind of pretty where it doesn't jump out at you, but it's nice regardless. Number 4, Junko. Junko has one of the most interesting personalities I've ever seen in a video game. She doesn't have multiple personality disorder. She has one personality, but it gets bored so easily that it just changes into whatever her whims desire at the time. That's awesome! I question if you can ever really achieve ultimate despair if that's your goal. Like, once you reached it, wouldn't the despair replace with joy or elation, and then you're right back where you started? However, in regard to filling others with despair, she did that quite ceremoniously, and it's nice to see a girl set out to do something and utterly succeed. I can see how she can acquire such a massive following when I kind of also fell under her sway a little. I mean, I'm not gonna go have lesbian sex with her corpse, it'll be hetero if anything, but I can see the appeal of ultimate despair. Number 3, Kyoko. After the unfortunate end of Sayaka, the role of killing game buddy is filled with Kyoko, a quiet, measured detective who trusts you except when she doesn't and acts like a vindictive, cold-shoulder girlfriend when you don't trust her in return. I don't always need to tell you about my day, Kyoko. God. Kyoko has an elegant and demure visual appeal, as beautiful as the cotton candy jellyfish her hair is based on. The more you speak with her, the more she opens up, revealing a vulnerability so often hidden by a tough, logical exterior, and since her father gets executed in the very first scene of the game, maybe I can be her daddy now. Ugh, gross. Number 2, Aoi. Aoi is definitively best girl. She's fun, energetic, driven, good-natured, and she tried to have us all killed when Sakura committed suicide. But that's water under the bridge, kinda like where her brother died in Ultra Despair Girls. Ooh! I'm sorry, but the joke is too good to worry about that spoiler, and if you really cared about the Danganronpa universe, you'd have played it already. Meh. I haven't even played past that part, so I'm a poser anyway. Aoi isn't what you'd describe as very ladylike, but she pulls off sportswear so well you couldn't even imagine her in anything else. I don't care if she wears a bikini to our wedding. In fact, I'm sure most of you wouldn't, but even jean shorts and a track jacket would be like, this is just who Hina is. I do. Makoto and Aoi ship? No. Me and Aoi ship. I ain't living vicariously through a protagonist. Get me Danganronpa VR. Let's make this real. Number 1, Chihiro. The ultimate trap card. I'm not even ashamed or embarrassed. I didn't know Chihiro was a dude until the plot reveal, and before that I was all in. I blinded myself. Her death, I'm still saying her to maintain a shred of denial, her death hit me the hardest. I was distraught. Seeing her strung up like that, fucking Byakuya as obvious library extension cords. Just when I was starting to tolerate Mondo too. You deserve worse than butter. I can't believe it's not a more torturous execution. Murdering Chihiro is unforgivable. When Sakura started examining her body, I was like, wait. And then when she got all shocked, I was like, and then she just says it, this girl is a boy. I went, no! Fucking goddamn it! First they rip Sayaka, my lifeline, from my grasp. Then not only do they string up my best girl at the time, they even take her girlhood away from her and leave me head over heels for a penis and a skirt. This game. But even after all of this, I'm still fond of Chihiro. She dressed as a girl because everyone saw her as too weak to be a boy. And coming into this killing game, all she wants to do is get stronger so she won't feel so useless. And as repayment for her drive and bravery, the game decides that the first person she confesses her true gender to, someone she admired for seeming so strong and courageous, traits she aspired to achieve herself, that person should bludgeon her to death in a blind rage. It's nothing less than a fucking tragedy. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got another waifu ranking for Persona 5 out, and am planning ones for other games as well. There's also boss rankings I've done you can check out, though they aren't quite as sexy. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.